There's a thin horizon that if you were to leap over, you enter the void and there's no you left. Stick around because this is story time. I was sitting on my couch watching TV and decided to lower the volume down. Wasn't really desiring anything in that moment. The only thing that I was really desiring is to be completely still. And so I closed my eyes. Started shutting everything down, not clinging onto anything. If you do this long enough, this is what's going to happen. Your thoughts start to fall away. They start to subside. When thoughts start to subside, your conscious attention, your very awareness, doesn't shift as much. It starts becoming still, like a straight line. It's only when there's all these different thoughts, there's this shifting of attention. In other words, your attention shifts from one thought to the next. And because it's shifting from one thought to the next, you now comprehend a thought. You can only comprehend a thought if it's shifting from one thought to the next. If it doesn't shift, there is no comprehension. You need to understand one thought after the next to compare. That comparison is what allows you to comprehend a thought. When this shifting reduces, you essentially stop thinking. When this happens, your mind goes into bliss. What do I mean by bliss? Bliss is when you're not holding on to anything. You're not creating a story. You're just perfectly still and content with what's being left. And I'll explain what that means in a little bit. Now, when I was doing this, because I'm sitting down and because I'm shutting down everything, because I'm not moving and I'm not acting, what happens is if you go deep enough into that stillness, you'll start to feel like you're sinking. What does that mean? Sinking. There's a lot of sages in the past that talk about this. They don't use the word sinking. I mean, some of them might have, but you start to feel a pull. That pull itself is grace. You have to meet grace in order for grace to pull you in. What does pulling in mean? You see, in truth, there is just awareness. That's the truth of reality, that it's just awareness. Now, awareness is just hypnotized by its own dream. And when it's hypnotized by its own dream, the forces of the dream itself attracts awareness into what is being presented on awareness's screen. And because you're so attracted to what's on the screen, you feel like you're pulled inside the body. And so because you're being pulled inside the body, it now feels like you're the body. And you've been pulled so long into this body, you now believe this body is yours. Well, if you take your attention and turn it the other way by reducing thoughts, guess what's going to happen? you're going to start to feel a pull back into source, into that void. And so, like I was saying, because my body was completely still and I was not moving, my eyes were shut. If you stay there long enough and you start to feel a pull, you know that you're going deeper. When you go really deep, you start to intuitively know that there is a horizon. You cannot explain what this horizon is. It's a threshold. It's a breaking point. And you know that when you cross that horizon, when you cross that breaking point, you enter the void. And so what happens is, because the body is completely shut and you're going so deep into your meditation, so deep that you begin to feel this pull, your joints start to lock. They start to lock up. Whatever position you're in, you start to become frozen. You can't move. It's like you become paralyzed. And if you keep going deeper, you'll start to see that your breath begins to slow down, really slow. So slow to a point that if you were to jump over that threshold, break it, plunge into it, fully sink, your breath completely stops. And so if you venture close enough into that horizon, if you dare venture close enough to that horizon, it eventually sucks you in. It pulls you like gravity. And you know that you have to cross that breaking point to experience the source. And so if you make that leap of faith, the faith of God just being in the complete faith that God is going to hold you in his hands and that everything will turn out okay. And you decide to make that plunge, there is no you left. And so one who has ventured close enough to make that plunge knows that they're not in control when they've made that plunge. They're fully in the hands of God, because there is no you to pull yourself back. And so this is why many sages who have done this have been in this state for so long. When you enter the void, it's like you're sinking in a bottomless pit. There is no you that's there. And when I say you, I mean the ego is completely dissolved. It is just your source of awareness. And so the only thing that's going to pull you back to identify with your body again is the very same force that pulled you in. That force will pull you back. As to when that force pulls you back, there is no answer. It's just the intelligence of God that does it. Now you see, when you're in the void, it literally feels, before you jump in, it feels like you're falling, like you're being sucked in. And you start to feel the pull, like it's squeezing you in. And when you fully fall, you're just free falling. And you lose all sense of there being a you that's falling. And so it's like you're frozen in time. It's only when you get pulled back, everything starts to operate again. Your breath starts. Your heart starts beating. And you start feeling your body again. Now, the thing is, this type of experience is referred to as Nirvikalpa samadhi. But it's Nirvikalpa samadhi through objective meditation. What I mean by that is because you've forced yourself to not move, to not act, to not allow the presence of objects, not allow the presence of anything, and you fell into the void, it's a natural consequence for you to shut out everything while you're in the void. And so you have no knowledge of duality while you're in the void. But here's the thing. You can enter that void while you see the projection of duality run, while you're aware of the body running. Stay tuned. I'm going to talk more about that.